What is up? I just signed up for my first autocross event. It is this Sunday and it is currently Thursday. So I have a good couple days to actually check out my car and make sure it's not broken. I have a small to-do list for both this autocross event, and in a month from now I want to go to the Tail of the Dragon. So I'm probably going to start making some videos to document that for fun. So in this video we probably will do a little bit of both. I at least have one Tail of the Dragon to-do item that will be in this video. So let's get to it. Let's start checking boxes off the list. Look at that beauty. One of the first things I have to do is check my oil, or just the fluids in general. So that is going to be the first thing we do today. I don't have enough hands. So this is the inside of the Miata engine bay. You can tell it's a little gummy, yucky, but that's all right. You got coolant looking low. Maybe that explains my slight overheating problem. We have windshield washer fluid, doesn't matter. We have the brake fluid at the max. So I'll get a teeny bit of coolant for that. My oil dipstick actually doesn't have the little pull tab at the top, which makes it kind of annoying to use, but not annoying enough to actually go buy a new one. So we just live with it. It's actually not bad at all. That's a teeny bit over top. That's fine. A little extra never hurt. Maybe possible. Brake pads look. Can't see shit. Much easier to see. Nope, not if exposure does that. Oh geez. Those rotors are nasty, but I'm not gonna fix them right now. I would also love to have a good camera mounting location so I can film videos while I drive, because I often like to talk while I drive. If you watched the video where I got new wheels for my Honda Fit, you would know that the camera angle was not very flattering, because most of the time I just had it sitting in my lap while I was driving. I'm not really going to film much of installing a camera mount because that seems super lame. However, I am genuinely interested in the test to see how loud or how rattly this mount is. It's hooked up to the vent on my Miata, which is not a very stable spot. Well, first off, I can watch the phone vibrate, but ooh, that's a cool Audi wagon. I'm also interested to see how well the phone actually stays there. The pull out of my apartment is a pretty chaotic one, and I know that I see that the camera did not stay. A cop just turned around behind me too. I just got on the road. So we'll see where he's going. I definitely want the pre-diluted one. I'm not trying to have to get deionized water and whatever. Coolant secured. All right, it should be coolant flush time. Let's see how this goes. I have never done this before. And it's either gonna go great or not. I think this is the drain right here in the middle. Oh yeah. There goes my screwdriver. Can I have that back, please? We will let that drain for a while. It looks not too gross inside there. A little bit of color, but I feel like that could be way worse. There's some gunk in the reservoir and a little bit of fluid that's just chilling down there. But I think I'll just ignore that for now. That is some green stuff. Got the distilled water. And a homemade funnel. Very, very professional. It's a tad large, actually. But we're gonna try it anyways. Funnel, not perfect. They risk the straight pour. Alright, reservoir is as full as it goes. I'm gonna pour it straight in the radiator. That's a little too much. Alright. I'm gonna cap that just so it pulls from the reservoir and not this cap, because I want it to actually go through the proper line there, just to get the gunk out. So I'll start the car. I'm expecting to see this go down, but we're not really going down at all. It's right there. It should have taken 1.5 gallons, but I feel like we're still far from the half. So I'll let it run for a little bit. But actually, I had to let it run for 10 minutes here. So what's the time? 3:57. We'll let it run for a while. So I'm losing water here, but not from the reservoir. I wonder if that line is clogged. Still has not gone down at all. Very interesting. Yep, that goes. Take out this. Oh. Flushing a little bit. So I guess I just need the pump to pull it, and it's not pulling it enough. There's not enough suction. That looks pretty full. Not quite a half gallon. And also, the reservoir was full Oh geez, and still is. So we'll see. It stopped bubbling. We'll give it some gas just to went down a little bit. I would like to go for a drive, and I know that's the real thing to do, but I feel guilty leaving a puddle of coolant out for some neighborhood cat to come drink, so I will not do that. Nor will I try to walk it inside. Does heat work is an important question. Yeah, it's warm, definitely warm, but of course the engine is still cold. But that means we don't have air trapped in the heater core. That's good. Now we wait. I suppose this is as good as time of any to make sure my battery is tied down, because that is a requirement. Get that stuff out of here. Oh yeah, she's tied. Look how small that thing is. Hand first comparison. It's crazy. So I've realized I can put that coolant into the fit for storage. Well, I go take a proper little drive around the block and actually make this coolant flush reel, so I'll do that. She's there. Buttoned up. Ready to go. Close this. And let's get to it. Up to temp before our drive starts. We are back from our drive. The temp gauge never moved past the middle, so I think we're pretty good. I'll let it rest for probably 20-30 minutes. And I'll drain it again and replace it with my new coolant. Just right after parking, the reservoir never went down. So I'm curious to see if the actual radiator is low and it just cannot pull from that, and that's an issue. Or if the radiator is still topped off and that's what it regularly should be. Got the banana and peeb. A little snack time while we wait. It's beautiful. Perfect weather. All right, we are back again to check this out. Yeah, that's good. A little warm, but it's been about, oh, how long has it been? 25 minutes maybe, 30. Level went down very slightly. There's actually something in there. don't know if you guys can see that. Is that like hold on. I brought down there. All right, a pair of pliers, a chunk of hose. Interesting, very interesting. I wonder if that was always in the radiator. Actually, it looks kind of like a I'm sorry. It almost looks like it has a teeny tiny bit of a step down at the end. I wonder exactly what that's from. By the way, level is not far down. It's still fully covering the radiator. It's hard to gauge it, but it's maybe there. The camera doesn't do great justice. This has maybe gone down. No, I don't think it's gone down at all. Yeah, I don't know if that's gone down at all. Concerning. I'm not gonna lie though, it's actually getting kind of, well, it's kind of chilly now. It's gonna rain tomorrow. I think I kind of have to finish this project today. Alrighty, so time for the juggle. Water emptied out, old coolant in the water jugs, water in the radiator into the pan, new coolant into the radiator, old coolant into the jugs. Let's do it. Radiator draining. This does not want to drain in the slightest. I'm guessing it's because that was open, right? So it doesn't need to pull it, but I just don't like how I am on a very slight tilt this way. So I wonder if that, it's a bit of a stretch, but does that lower the reservoir slightly so that I wouldn't think that's the case. Still green down there, so we're definitely draining excess stuff we didn't drain before. I want to get this line out, but it's really tucked in under the radiator mount. I don't really want to have to take that off either. Unless an idea. This could go poorly. Unplug it from the other side. It might fall all the way through. And I can just reattach it. What could go wrong? It's just water in there really, so it's not like it's anything too nasty. But actually that worked out pretty well. So it's draining pretty well, so there's nothing wrong with the hose. I wonder if it's really just something wrong with how it pulls. Distilled water is out. Still very green. Interesting. I guess that kind of checks out of why I didn't empty as much water as I thought. This definitely looks a little bit fuller than it was before as well. I suppose that's all a good sign. Bad sign that I actually had gotten it all out after removing the coolant, but at least it's out now. So I'll put in the put in the drain plug and fill it back up with coolant. Or do I no funnel it? No funnel. We don't need that. I'm gonna make sure I'm not leaking anything. We look good for now. So the radiator is full. Oh no, it's not. It's draining already. Let it keep going. So the Miata is supposed to take 6 liters. Ooh, almost overflowed it. And each of these is 3.7, 3.8 almost. So I should have a good 1.5 liters left in one of these. Unfortunately, there's no volume gauge on the side. That would be awfully nice to have. All right, I'm gonna start the car and then keep filling it. We almost emptied this one. There's like a little bit left, but I'll start the car. Whoops, I forgot where my phone was. I had it leaning right there. If it, in a really worst case, it somehow hit the belts on the way down, but you know what? All is good, all is well. Oh, I need coolant. So, there's way more coolant in here than I think there should be. Because I should have a third of one of these left, give or take. Oh, sorry. Closer to like a half. I guess it is closer to a half, but I feel like I should have had more in the radiator. So I'm gonna let it sit for a while. I'll drive it around, let it cool down, add some more tonight, and kind of just go through that process until it's topped off and the radiator doesn't dip in level anymore. Is that the best answer? Not really. It'd be cool if it just pulled from the reservoir like it was supposed to. But for whatever reason, it doesn't like to. So, a different problem for a different day. For now, I'm gonna wrap this up, get all the trash, coolant, and jugs of them take to disposal, waste disposal, and I'll probably call it a day soon. I'm a little cold. It's not that warm out, and I'd like to be inside. All right, you can see the some flakes in the coolant of what came off the inside of the radiator. Better out than in, but not necessarily something you like seeing. Well, this was in the coolant at the bottom. I would imagine these two. Oh geez, that's gone. I gotta check what this is. If this is the if this goes in the bottom of the radiator as an O-ring, that's bad to have out. Oh, there it is. Do those go together? It certainly kind of feels like it. I would assume that goes in the bottom of the radiator. Right there on that screw. I'll look into see if that's actually what it is. And then I have enough extra coolant that, oh gee, if I keep the tops closed, I could probably, hopefully, take the screw out, quickly put the new O-ring back in, and then reinsert it. But worst case scenario, I just buy another jug of coolant and top it off. so it is what it is for now, and I'll see what that actually is